Jesus shook thrones. I mean, Herod got eaten by worms, New Testament reality. Jerusalem was shaken in 70 AD with the judgments of God. Rome was shaken by the judgments of God. This is New Testament reality. God is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
Yes.
And but the thing that I love about Jehu, and just so you know, I believe that Jesus is Jehu in this company. I am not Jehu. And if my friend Mark was here, he's not Jehu. Jesus, Yeshua, in Revelation 19 is Jehu. He is the embodiment of the spirit of Jehu in the fullness. It says that Jesus didn't come to abolish the prophets, or he didn't come to abolish the Old Testament, but to fulfill it. So everything that we read of the glory of God in the Old Testament is literally the fulfillment of Jesus in the New Testament. Does that make sense? It's called Christology. If you're studying theology, it's called Christology. So every time you see the burning bush, when you see the burning bush that says, I am, and Christ comes and tells the Jewish people before Abraham was, I am, and they want to stone him, they're recognizing that he's saying he was the burning bush. And that's called Christology, where we can see Jesus in the Old Testament. And that's how we have to start to see the Old Testament, not as some irrelevant old and antiquated book, but very relevant to be able to tell us the New Testament disciples, the greatest men to ever live other than Jesus, John the Baptist, none of them had the Old Testament or the New Testament. Do you understand that? They wrote the New Testament. When Jesus came to the guys on the road to Emmaus, he didn't open up the New Testament to them. But they said, were our hearts not burning within us when Christ opened up the scriptures to us? He was revealing from Genesis to Malachi himself. And he was revealing Isaiah 53 and say, I am the man of many sorrows. He was showing them, and they were like, do you understand? That's what Jerusalem needs. Yeah, that's right. Today, they need to have their eyes opened, not to the New Testament. They need their eyes opened to Isaiah 53. Yes. The man of many sorrows that is acquainted with grief. Yeah. And they need to see the glory of this man.